The chill of that fateful Saturday morning hung heavy over Oakland, California in 1985. For 2 weeks, the city had enjoyed a semblance of peace. No reports of brutal murders, no whispers of gruesome crimes lurking in the dark corners of Arroyo Park. But the terror was far from over. Nick, Chris, Tiffany, Russ and Tiana, a group of bright-eyed 12 and 13-year-olds, ventured into the park, their youthful innocence oblivious to the lurking evil. Armed with enthusiasm, they descended into the creek at Arroyo Park, on the hunt for tadpoles and pollywogs. Russ's voice erupted with excitement. "Look, I got 2. The group gathered around to witness his find. Tiffany, the compassionate one, couldn't help but voice her concern. "We should put them back, they're just babies." Nick, the adventurous soul, responded with a playful, "Duh, that's why we're catching them." He carefully loaded his finds into an old Lay's chip bag filled with murky creek water. Tiana, not eager to be there, murmured, "If I get creek disease, my mama's gonna whoop me. Can we go?" Laughter rippled through the group as Chris retorted, "You made that up. There's no such thing as creek disease." As they approached a dark, foreboding tunnel, their carefree laughter turned into hesitation. Tiffany expressed her reluctance. "I'm not going in there." Chris, echoing her fears, added, "Yeah, me neither." Nick, always the fearless one, scoffed at their hesitation, telling them to stop being chickens. However, the darkness inside the tunnel seemed to possess a life of its own, and the crew refused to proceed. Tiana, now filled with dread, whispered, "Freddy could be in there. I saw a Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge last night." Her words sent shivers down their spines. Chris, a tinge of fear in his voice, asked, "What about Billy Doo?" A heavy silence fell upon the group as they contemplated the name they all feared. Nick, trying to keep up his bravado, declared, "That's just a myth. He's not real either." But Tiffany knew better. "Yes, he is. My mom saw him kill someone before." Nick, perhaps seeking to mask his own fear, laughed. "We all know your mom smokes crack. She hasn't seen anything." With a reluctant sigh, Nick gave in and they turned to leave. But as they did, the massive figure of Billy Doo loomed before them, reminiscent of Jason or Michael Myers. He was clad in dirty, blood-stained overalls, filth caking his clothes, and the stench of death clinging to him. The kids were forced back into the tunnel, their hearts pounding with terror. Panic surged as they stumbled over discarded trash, and Nick, the fearless one, fell into the murky water. The others tried to help him up, but Billy Doo zeroed in on his prey. With a horrifying thud, he stomped on Nick's head, causing his eyes to explode from their sockets, the brutality beyond comprehension. The rest of the group froze in shock, unable to look away, but it was too late. Billy Doo was upon them, a relentless, remorseless predator. He pursued them with a sadistic determination, leaving no room for escape. He carried out unspeakable acts of violence, bludgeoning them to death with blunt force trauma and using bolt cutters to sever limbs, displaying a level of depravity that even Jeffrey Dahmer might find unfathomable. Tiana, badly wounded, managed to crawl away and reach the creek's edge. Desperation filled her eyes as she saw people nearby. Before she could scream for help, Billy Doo covered her mouth, snapped her neck, and dragged her lifeless body back into the tunnel. Her lifeless eyes, still open, stared blankly into the void, her head bouncing like a macabre bobblehead. In the dark shadows of Oakland in 1985, the legend of Billy Doo continued to grow, casting a pall of spine-chilling terror over the city, as if the very essence of evil had found a home in the heart of Arroyo Park.